Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Grappler Union podcast. On this episode, we have Jessica Swanson in studio. Jessica is a Brazilian Jiu-jitsu Black Belt under Rafael Formiga Barbosa. Also in studio is David Herrera, who is also a Jiu-jitsu Black Belt. Enjoy.
I need the 6 minutes. That's what happens in that 6 minutes.
You told me using any technique that works. Never to limit myself to one style. Keep an open mind.
We're not here just to take part. We're here to take over.
In order to become more peaceful, in order for you to become better and strategize your life.
All right. Jessica, welcome. It's okay, you can talk.
Okay, cool.
She's like, I've never done this before.
I wasn't sure if we were supposed to take turns.
No, not at all. Just talk at will. Talk
Okay.
at will. We'll talk a little bit more about your driving skills.
Oh, great.
Since David mentioned that. Should I call you David or should I call you Skinny?
Skinny is better.
We're in a weird area right now. See, so Skinny or David hired my company to install a POS system in his restaurant.
That's right.
That's right. So then my employees go over there and I was like, I can't call him Skinny. So I'm like, or David, so it's, and so Stephanie, one of my employees, she's like, oh, David's going to be here tomorrow. I'm like, who the fuck is David?
I'm telling you.
And then she's like, from La Hacienda. I'm like, oh yeah, Skinny. So now I'm like, should I call him David? Should I call him Skinny? But
Yesterday, I referenced him as David for the
Did you?
first time.
Where?
Yeah,
At the seminar?
At the restaurant.
Oh, really?
I was working like the hostess.
Okay.
And I had to when I was directing people, I was like, "Oh, David will help you over there," because I realized how weird it would be if I was like, "Skinny will help you."
Exactly. Yeah.
It's cool.
That's like your like street name, right? Skinny,
That's like my name with everybody else besides my family.
right?
So yeah. Everywhere else, they call me Skinny. Just my mom and pops call me David. And now you guys.
Yeah.
So
I'm
it's
gonna go
cool.
back and forth. I'm gonna be Skinny. I'm like David. I don't know. Till it feels fine calling you David.
Well, it doesn't matter to me.
So I mean, whatever. Jess, you have any nicknames?
No, it's just Jessi.
That's it, Jessi. Do you realize how many views you have on your rolls with? Was it Cutter?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It is. You beat out Rafa Mendez.
I know.
It's so great. Like,
know.
More than double Rafa Mendez.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
We didn't think that so many people would watch the video. I went to South Korea for the first time in, I think, 2018 for like a study abroad.
Yeah.
And I trained at that gym for like maybe 6 months and I taught some classes. And he actually taught a seminar or two with me when we were there. And this one guy has just always been filming and he finally started getting like an audience for it. So we were just messing around at training and he was just filming all the rolls because that's what he's always done.
Yeah.
So we were shocked when the hits just started coming in.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Really. I think when I first saw it, it had like, I think it was like close to 500,000 and now it's up to like 600,000. I'm
Yeah.
like, it's so, I mean, it's awesome video.
Yeah. But it's crazy.
It's crazy.
that people are watching it.
It's so interesting. So I started watching all those videos that he does. And no one has nearly as many hits as you do. Like
Yeah.
everyone's in like 100,000, 60,000. Rafa Mendez was like almost 300. I think it was like 250. But I'm like, Jessica Swanson, damn, gangster. Like showing up these black belts. It's pretty
No,
cool.
I don't know what happened. I thought it was a fluke. I was like, oh my God, we broke it.
No, that's legit. That's pretty awesome.
It's crazy.
So what's up for you? So let's go back. Let's talk about how you got into jiu-jitsu and your whole journey.
I started jiu-jitsu when I was 9 years old.
9. How old are you right now?
I'm 23.
Wow.
I'm 23. I started off at American Top Team in Danbury, Connecticut with my older brother.
Okay.
We went to a boxing gym at the same time. So I boxed from 9 years old until I was about 15 or 16.
Oh, wow.
So I did that consistently while I was training. We always went to the gym after school. That was something we did since elementary school. We would spend from like 3:30 after we got out of school and then until like 11 at night. We were the only kids in the class. We trained in a lot of garages, a lot of basements, just because it was like 2008, 2007 then. And nobody had like a huge academy back then. So we were just, it would just be like a handful of Brazilians who just moved to Connecticut, just goofing around and wanting to train. Eventually, Formiga ended up coming to United when I was like 11 years old.
Okay.
And then I started training with Best Way. And then Best Way switched over to Soul Fighters. They like changed the name.
It went from Best Way
Best
to
Way.
Soul Fighters?
Yeah.
Where did Best Way?
Brazilians always have these cool ass names. Don't you think? Best Way Jiu-Jitsu.
And now it's Double Five.
Now
And now it's Double Five.
Yeah. Okay, so just turn to Soul Fighters.
Just turned to Soul Fighters.
Fight.
And Formiga was just this awesome like role model for me because he was the first instructor who thought like that I can do anything. Most of the time, my brother's also a black belt. Most of the time I was just like Taryn's little sister. And it was the first time that someone was like, oh, you know what? This girl's, she's kind of strong. Like maybe she could do stuff. Like maybe we should put her in competitions and things like that. And so I got my blue belt at 15 from Formiga. I started competing in the women's division when I was 15. Most of the girls that I competed with then, I still compete with now at black belt.
Really?
Which is really wicked for me. And so that's 16, started doing the women's division, and I was doing pretty good. And then I started doing the federation when I turned 17 or 18. And that's when things just started making more sense. I started doing better when I was competing. Formiga started believing in me more, which was kind of cool. He was like, wait a minute, this girl does more than Grappler's Quest.
So you're winning at blue, purple, and
Yeah, I was winning at blue belt. I was still really young at blue belt when I was doing the federation tournament. So lots of the times I would be going with like older women. And so that took me time to get used to just because of like the strength difference. And just they were so much more intense than I was. Like they were looking at it as a competitive sport, and I was looking at it as like the hobby I did after school with my family and friends. So blue belt was a little like hit or miss. And then purple belt, I don't know, I started doing really good at purple belt, especially in New York, for like the no-gi pans and just like the fall open, the spring open. I was able to get double golds, gi and no-gi. Sometimes I would come home with like 4 gold medals after the weekend.
what is that intensity? You know, I try, because I teach the fundamentals class at Andres, and there's some things that you can't, showing a technique, and then saying, okay, class, let's try it. But they don't really feel the intensity that the person I'm showing it has, that I'm doing on the person, you know? So that when I'm pinching those knees together, you can't really feel that intensity when you grab, when you get that grip and you're strong on that grip. You can't really show that. For you being at 15, going to these competitions, you're feeling that strength. When you're like, oh, I need to turn it up a little bit. I need to grab a little tighter and get more intense. How'd that turn for you? Was it something they taught you, or is it something you kind of figured out?
It wasn't anything anyone taught me. I think it's just I wanted to be at that level where I was competing with the other people and I wasn't just playing around. So I knew that I had to match them some way, and just rolling all the time with as many people as I could. And I was really lucky because all the people that I trained with, I grew up with. You know what I mean? Maybe they were 25 years old when I started training when I was 11 with them. But then when I got older, they got older too. I got to see them start families and whatnot. And so they were always like fine with beating me up. They were like, we've known you since you were doing homework in the boxing ring. Like, we don't mind smashing you. So that really helped because no one was super protective of me. They didn't mind throwing me around. And so I was like, okay, this is just how tight you have to grip to survive, or how strong your guard has to be. So you don't get passed and smashed. So that was really helpful. I had guys who didn't mind throwing me around or doing like, we had one guy who always used to pass the guard with like a knee on the face.
Really?
Yeah, which surprisingly helped me, and it wouldn't make me mad because I'd be like, I don't want to get knee on face for someone to pass. So
there was actually a role from I forgot who the person was, where in a Cutter video, is it Cutter, right? Yeah. So in a Cutter video where the black belt was getting like head triangled, she was getting head triangled from like almost like a north-south position, right? So the purple belt on the bottom is triangling her head. It's not going anywhere. It's just annoying. So you see the black belt trying to like get out and like, just like getting frustrated. So she puts knee on neck and just drives her knee in this lady's neck. And just, the lady's like, okay, I'm going to let go. I guess that's a legit technique, right?
Yeah.
If you're stalling and you're just holding someone in basically like a scissor lock, I guess a knee on neck would work.
Knee on neck works.
It works.
Knuckles and neck.
Knuckles and neck.
Neck to two.
That's always fun. Do you get mean like that a little bit? If someone's like, trying to outmuscle you or trying to do something like stupid like that, it's like, you know what? I just need to get.
Sometimes my go-to move is the wrist lock. If
Yeah.
I get really frustrated, I'm like, I'm just going to try to wrist lock you for the next, I don't know how long. Let's see how far we can take this with the wrist lock.
Right.
That's my mean move that I do.
That's your mean move? Yeah. That's fun. But you get to roll with so many people, I'm
Yeah.
sure, right?
Yeah.
And, do anything like people get, people are out there, they don't really, they want to like that highlight reel where it's like, oh, someone's filming her, so I'm going to
Yeah.
try to go extra hard.
Mm-hmm.
How do you deal with that?
I think I just try to slow down. Lots of the times you could see, sometimes you'll go with a purple belt or a blue belt and you could tell like, okay, this guy feels like he wants to prove something or
Yeah.
has an ego.
Yeah.
And you can feel it when they roll because most of the time it's just kind of a lot of like straight arms.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see them because they'll be using so much strength that they'll shake a little bit.
Yeah.
Whenever I feel like I'm going with somebody like that, I just try to slow it down.
Yeah.
I try not to match their pace because I know that they don't have one. They're just
Exactly.
using strength the whole time. So I slow it down. I'll just try to get them in my close guard and just try to play my game.
Yeah.
I don't let it get to me too much, I'm not so worried about what they're going to do. I have to think, okay, what am I going to do during this roll?
And how not to get injured by them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. That's the big thing I learned rolling with white belts is that they're the ones that mostly injure me.
Yeah,
because they
because
do stupid things.
They don't have coordination though either. I don't think they mean to. They're
No, they
just
don't
like,
mean to
I don't
at
know
all.
how to move my body
Right. It's
in a
so-
safe way.
It's so interesting to say that though, but it's so true.
Yeah.
Like they don't know how to move their body. It's so fascinating. But I can appreciate some of the movements they do because I'm like, oh, that's a weird thing to
Yeah,
do.
like-
And then they pass. I'm like, oh, okay, well.
Right? I
remember
would have
that.
never thought of doing
Right,
that. That
exactly.
should be wrong, but it worked.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes I think we get caught up in doing the same thing, where it's like, okay, we need slide pass this way. Okay, and then when someone does something totally, you're like, whoa, because we store data. Like me, I'm a data store, so I like to roll, and I like to store data of what they like. I want them to just do what they normally do to me, like their normal game, and I try to just cut them off at every pass
Yeah.
before they can get really, really comfortable. So I just store that data. And then once I wrote them a few times, then I'll start inserting some game and seeing if I can utilize what I do to them. That's just something I've grown to do.
Yeah.
So I enjoy that,
Yeah.
that like
Knowing like all their plays,
yes.
right?
And knowing that they try their best at submitting me or that's their ultimate game and then it can't go anywhere with it. They might beat me on points because I'll play silly,
Yeah.
But ultimately they're not going to be able to choke me out or do anything that's going to hurt me.
Right.
You know.
That's good.
Yeah, I know. It's fun. He's a fun role.
Me?
He's the best
I
role.
don't do
think.
anything. I don't even do jiu-jitsu, bro.
Yeah.
The tacos not.
He says that, but he walked into the mat like, all right, yesterday. He was like, okay, it's about to go down.
Yeah. One time I'm working on this thing and I did it on him like last roll. It was a total muscle move, and I'm not very muscular. I'm not like a strong person.
Yeah, you
but-
are, bro. You see his tight pants? It's all muscle right there.
He's got
He
calves
can't
for
find
days.
pants big enough. It's too much muscle.
So I did this. I just did like I pushed on his hip and I just kind of like pushed him straight off me. But I'm doing this. I'm working like where you turn your hips. Like if you're on the bottom, I'll push on the hip he's trying to pass, and I'll hip under where I get his weight up, and I'll
Yeah.
just push him off. So I did it to him. He's like, "What the fuck, Zito?" Like he wasn't expecting it, and I was happy that he wasn't expecting
Yeah.
it. But I can only do that a few times. Then they know, and then they just sink their hips in a little deeper and don't want me. I did it to Mineko too. And
Did you really?
yeah, he didn't like
Did it work?
It worked, yeah.
Oh.
But he jumped Mineko's.
Yeah.
I don't know how old that guy is, but he jumps up like he's
know.
like 20.
Yeah, I know.
It's so crazy.
So that's-
Anything I do on him, he's like a cat reflex.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fascinating. Yeah.
It's that surfing, bro.
Is that yeah?
Is that surfing?
Those reflexes are huge, being able to just, if you're on a wave, right?
Yeah.
I've never surfed, but I can imagine if you're on a wave, you got to have I snowboard, so
Yeah.
I got to be super cautious when I'm hitting snow and powder, and when I hit those dishes, I got to reflexes like that. So I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, he has really good reflexes in jiu-jitsu, surfing, driving. Have you seen Manako drive? Dude.
I've driven with Manako.
Dude, reflexes like a champ. Reflexes like a champ.
Yeah. So you're now doing a lot more competitions at Purple, Blue, and now you're going to get you're a black belt under Formiga?
Under Formiga, yeah. I got it on the podium, actually. I won the world championships at brown belt, and then Formiga promoted me that day.
Wow.
To
And
black
that's
belt.
how it should be.
Yeah.
What I don't like to see is when people are like 3-time brown belt world champs. Like, wait, what? You already won worlds. You should be
I
a
wish,
black belt.
though.
There's that.
I wish that.
No, there's that rule now. They changed it back. You have to have a time limit because we have a friend Roberto won at Purple.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
World's Purple, and I mean they advised her that they couldn't promote her because if they would promote her that day, she wouldn't have that time limit of being long enough Purple.
Oh, a year and a half.
So she'd be out of IBJJF competitions.
Okay.
And it happened to Gabrielle Pisani.
Yeah.
She
yeah.
got promoted really fast because she won everything, and
Yeah.
then she for that 1 year, I think she just could
Couldn't
compete
compete.
at the Abu
She's
Dhabi
incredible.
tournaments.
She's so young.
Yeah.
So talented.
Yeah, well, that's a special a circumstance, obviously, you know. But being promoted on the podium, that's
Yeah.
like a
It was a dream come true.
Yeah, so
and,
surreal.
and by the instructor that I had since I was 11, I was
Right.
like, that's all that I could ask for.
That's so incredible.
That was like the highlight of my whole career.
How many matches did you have?
I think I had 5. I might have had 5 matches, and they were good ones too. Good,
Really?
tough ones. Yeah. My first one was against Tamara, and I thought for sure going into it, I was like, I can't beat her. There's no way. And she was my first match. I was like, I'm going to get knocked out of the bracket. Then I'm going to have to fly home after a 5-minute match or whatever. I was like, that's going to be embarrassing. But it ended up being like in the last minute, I grabbed the lapel, and I don't know how I did it, but I was able to sweep her, and I got the points, and I never win by points ever. Like I either submit the person or I lose.
Oh, really? Yeah. That's your thing.
Yeah. So I ended up winning that match, and then as soon as I won it, I was like, there's no way that anybody else is going to take this from me today.
Really?
And
You just
yeah, it was the first
confidence,
time I was ever
right.
like that.
Really?
Yeah, and it worked out. It was incredible.
That's awesome.
And I got the acai bowl after,
Did you?
so it was picture perfect. And I met I think Nate Diaz was there.
Oh,
And I
really?
took a picture with him.
Did you
I
really?
was stoked. Yeah. Oh
That's
gosh.
so cool. You still have that picture?
Oh yeah, but I looked terrible in it because I just won the worlds and I didn't. I was like, I didn't brush my hair. There was just acai all over my mouth. Just-
Oh, you were actually eating your acai bowl when he was there. You
Yeah.
was like, oh,
Yeah, I looked like a child when I ran up to him with like purple mouth. I was like, "Can I take a picture with you? I just won a medal."
but he did it, right?
He totally
was super cool.
did. He was so nice, and he had so much security.
Really?
Yeah, he did.
I thought he was a gangster.
He was walking.
What is
he
it,
was
gangster
strutting.
security?
It was. I mean, I feel like it was. I feel like any security's gangster.
Did he say, "I'm not surprised, homie"?
He did. Oh.
That's funny. So funny.
And then after that, right after I won the worlds, I went to Brazil for maybe 6 months. I stayed 3 months, went back home, and then went back again. And I was just trying to compete every weekend, just trying to build like a resume at black belt.
Yeah.
And it was awesome because there was tournaments all the time in Brazil. So it was a really great experience for me. I think it helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, staying in that competing scene is, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. And then being in Brazil,
Yeah.
whew, did people because you're from the States,
Yeah.
were they like, who's this white girl? What do you
Well,
think she is?
No, it wasn't my first time there. I actually went there. The first time I went there was in 2016.
Okay.
During the Olympics. I went for a study abroad program. I ended up dropping out of the program after 2 weeks because I kept on missing the classes because I was going to the gym.
Okay.
And I was there for maybe a month, and I was just training every day, 4 times a day. And I didn't talk to anybody because, I felt like the weird white girl who, why is she here?
Right,
and
right.
she doesn't even know how to communicate with people. But I was really lucky because with jiu-jitsu, you don't have to talk to people. If you don't want to, you could just roll with them.
Right.
And
That's what you did?
yeah, and it worked out perfectly. And then every summer after that, I would just go back to Brazil for like 3 months, however long the visa was, the 90 days. And I would just train with Tattoo at his academy. Skinny was there the second year that I was there, so that's how I met him.
I'll touch
And it's one of my favorite places to train.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the training schedule was incredible, and the people that I was training with, the best. The best. I mean, jiu-jitsu was their whole life, and that's the first time where I ever met people my age who were as obsessed with jiu-jitsu as I was.
It's an
That was the
obsession,
best.
right?
Yeah.
It's so cool when you get a group. We've got a group at Mineco's that are obsessed. Do you so in Brazil? And
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever asked. Is there like the regular folk that just come in and just take a class just for fitness, jiu-jitsu, or no? Is that not like that?
Not at our gym.
No, right?
Usually, they saw the intensity of our pace, and you'd have older guys that were the active competitors.
Yeah.
I think most of the older guys are active competitors because they see that's the bond. You want to be with a group. On the weekends we're competing, so come with us to the competition. And then they see people winning, and they're like, "Oh, I want to do it too." So
Right.
usually, all ages, all kids. It's a big competitor scene. over
So
there.
in Brazil, if you're doing jiu-jitsu, you're
On the gym,
all in.
Depending on the gym.
Depending on the gym, okay.
Yeah, you get some that are more like self-defense.
Yeah,
and,
really? Okay.
But the gym that we were at, it was a very competitive-based gym.
Mm-hmm.
It was, probably one of the best, I would say, for Rio.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's fascinating. It's so incredible.
You got to go, Zito.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
should go.
Yeah, sure.
You haven't been yet.
No, I have not. What? I haven't been outside the country yet.
No? Do
No.
you have a passport?
I do have a actually. Oh, I think it expires this year.
No, and you never used it.
I've never used it.
Not even to go to Canada.
Not even to go to Canada. It's so sad.
That's not good. You have to go explore.
I know.
There's so many different foods out there that you have to experience authentically.
Authentically, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. Now with the coronavirus, I'm all nervous. Like this year, I was supposed to go to. I snowboard, so I was supposed to go to Denver with Paul. He got injured, so we couldn't go snowboarding. And then I booked a trip to Utah, and I canceled that because work and coronavirus. I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
So no snowboarding this year.
It's
But-
really sad.
Is it sad?
Yeah.
I know, dude. I'm a little bummed. I might make it up to Wisconsin and do some snowboarding there.
Yeah, I'm going to need you at the restaurant.
There's nothing in Madison. There's no snowboarding
Is
in
there
Madison.
snowboarding in Wisconsin Dells?
No.
No?
No. But like upper
Really?
Wisconsin. Yeah, like I don't even know. Like there's
How?
Cascade Mountain.
Really?
But those are so little.
Really?
You ever
Oh.
snowboard, Jess?
Oh, never. I did the tubing
Jessi-
like a
oh,
small
okay.
child.
Jess doesn't even know how to ride a bike.
You don't ride a bike?
She can barely drive on the highway when there was nobody there on the highway last night at 50 miles an hour.
All I ever did was jujitsu.
That's it.
And I only know how
And
to drive
study.
to the gym and study. I studied a lot.
Big nerd.
It's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
That's cool. We need people like you.
Yeah, but I know I gotta get down. We've got a bunch of guys from our gym that go to Brazil often. It seems, but I have. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you have?
Makes me nervous though. Just-
What? Because
I
of the
don't know.
corona?
Well,
Or-
not because of that. It's just I hear like I don't know, like
If you
I
born
think
and
I
raised in
blend in.
Chicago, you'll know how to walk.
You know how to
I
walk.
think you know how to walk in most countries.
Yeah, really,
You
right.
know, it's those people that like get robbed and stuff are like people that don't never experience life. I think I saw most during Carnival. You have to have street smarts.
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
these little white kids that go over there with their phones out and stuff.
Right.
Kids sit up on girls. Later on, they find out they're not girls. They're transvestites.
Oh.
They get their passport robbed. I saw it in my eyes. I saw it straight in my eyes.
really
Yeah, gotta be smart. So
interesting. When are you going back to Brazil?
I'm going to try to go this summer.
Yeah.
I always try to go around my birthday,
When's your birthday?
July 26th. Same as Mick Jagger.
The same as mine.
No way. We had the same birthday as Mick Jagger. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's so crazy.
cool.
July 26th. Really?
July 26th,
No
yeah.
shit. What time were you born?
Oh gosh, that I don't know.
I see. I was born 3:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, you know.
I do know. Yeah, it's on my birth certificate.
It's You read that?
I did read it. Of course. course.
I thought we just scanned and copied that and faxed that over to people.
Yeah, no, I actually read it. Yeah, I was almost a 10-pound baby.
Oh my
hell?
God.
I know, but look at me, I'm so little. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened either.
You're a sweet mother.
I know, right?
Wow.
My mom's like 4'11". She's like so little.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah, she's tiny. She's like 100 pounds.
You gotta call her and tell her you love her every
Yeah,
day.
right?
You owe her.
I know. That's so funny. Wow, yeah. July 26th. It's a good day.
It's a great day.
I know. So cool. Damn, Skinny, when's your birthday?
Mine, September 20.
Huh.
Yeah, September 20, man. I was born, I think, around 8 a.m. We didn't have health insurance. And, yeah, so my dad, you know, he had the restaurant on North and Pulaski.
Okay.
And he was doing really good for himself back in the day. My mom says that I guess I came a little early, so she had to go to the hospital. She called my dad, but since he worked, the restaurant was always 24 hours. He worked a night shift, so he was sleeping that morning. But oh gosh, my dad had been over her house, I guess, a couple days before, and left her a bag.
Like
and
a
he
go
said,
bag?
a bag, like a bag. And he told my mom, when you go to the hospital, take this bag. She thought it was like plain clothes and stuff, right?
That's what I was thinking.
So when she went to the hospital, she called him. He couldn't answer. You know, it was back in the days. You know, you don't got cell phones. You know, my dad barely has a flip phone now. She took the bag. She thought it was clothes. When she got to the hospital, you know, doctors take care of you.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this is the stuff for the baby. She's like, I'm pretty sure. Doctor opens the bag. It was cash. My dad paid paid 10 grand in cash. So I was born.
That's so crazy.
Because we got no insurance. To this,
my
to this day, we have no insurance. So
Oh no.
it's a Mexican thing.
It's a Mexican thing.
We don't got insurance, bro.
So he paid it all in cash.
We don't got insurance, bro.
That's hilarious.
You know, haven't been to the doctor since. So
Since that
it
day.
was all worth it.
Oh my God. Oh, the good old days.
I know it.
There's no more cash anymore these days. That's it.
No.
It's done. Do they still have cash in Brazil? What do use
They
in
have
Brazil?
a lot of cash in Brazil, but they have there's a lot of cards, and their credit card readers are wireless.
It's ours just
they go
like-
up too, and you just-
They have the chip, right?
They have the
Yeah,
chip.
they have
It's
a
a
chip.
wireless chip. I was using a lot of Samsung Pay this
Yeah.
last year, and everybody was like, "Oh,
really?
you're paying with your phone." Oh,
Oh, that was neat, huh?
you know.
But everyone in Brazil has a phone, right? Even in the
Yeah.
favelas,
Yeah.
right? Everyone's
yeah,
got phones.
Yeah, they steal them, you know. So yeah.
Skinny.
Yeah, we have a lot of Brazilian listeners.
Really?
Yes, they do it
All right.
a lot.
Quiet,
It's like,
quiet, galera.
oh man. So where are you staying at now, Jess?
Right now I'm in Washington D.C.
Okay. Oh, wait, train
Yeah.
at where?
I've been cross training a lot. I've been training at Crazy 88,
Okay.
right? I've been training there. I've also been training at the Form. It's two black belt guys who came from Art of Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, wow.
So I've been cross training there every now and then. I really like rolling there. They have really great rolls. A lot of the guys are like similar size to me. They're like rooster weights and featherweights, light feather. So
Is that something now that because you're still competing, obviously?
Yeah.
Is that something you look for in a gym now when you go in and you just like you're looking like, okay, who's the guys that I can like get good
Yeah.
training with?
definitely
That's
for-
not going to hurt you,
For sure. Because when I was younger, like I said, I used to
Right.
go with anybody.
Right.
Huge guys. And now I'm just like, I just want to get the best training for myself.
Yeah.
So definitely that's something I look for whenever I go into the gym. For Crazy 88, there's this one girl, her name's Vanessa Griffin, and she is a beast at the brown belt division this year. She's just winning everything.
Really? Nice.
And so I've been competing with her since maybe we were like 18 years old at the Federation in New York and all the Bostons. And so we've always competed with one another. So it's really awesome right now to just be able to train with her. I'm learning so much. I'm known for my close guard and she's known for her passing.
Nice.
So we always exchange techniques.
That's good. That's
It's
hard
cool
to
to-
find too. That
yeah.
like,
Same weight and everything. So that's been the best training that I've been getting.
what do you fight at?
I fight at middleweight.
Okay. Nice.
Middleweight. Yeah.
Jeez, a lot of tough girls out there.
Yeah. I love my weight division though.
Yeah.
There's so many girls I just can't wait to get the opportunity to compete with. Right now I'm really trying hard to do well against Baby, the
Yeah.
Favier's sister. But she's so tough
Yeah.
and so strong and so good at that knee slice. One day, hopefully. I've lost to her in Abu Dhabi. In the finals, I got silver. I lost to her at the Pans last year at Black Belt. I ended up getting 3rd place and then lost to her at the Worlds again at Black Belt and got 3rd place.
Jeez.
I know. So she's the one that I have to try to beat, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how.
You'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Hopefully.
So you're going Pans this year?
Yeah, I'm going to go to Pans this
She's
year.
in your division, obviously.
Yeah,
She's fighting this year, right?
for sure.
Wow.
I know.
Adult Pans.
I talked to Cyborg when because he's really good friends with Wilcox.
Okay.
When I was in Brazil, we did some hiking, and yeah, he says that Baby just embarrasses people at the gym. She
Yeah.
trains over there with him, all genders too.
Yeah.
Just embarrasses people. So it's pretty cool.
I want to be like her when I grow up.
Didn't she do a fight to win out here?
Did she fight Hanet?
I thought she fought Hanet.
Yeah, she fought Hanet at also the Worlds, right? Was it the Worlds? The match before she faced you? I think she fought Hanet.
You think so?
I think so.
Did she win? She beat
She
Hanet?
beat Hanet at the
Oh, yeah.
Worlds, yeah.
And she beat Hanet here also, right?
Must have
I
been.
think so. It was a no-gi here.
There's an Ogie.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah. Have you ever done a fight to win?
I think one time at Purple Belt, I did like a no-gi match in Jersey. I
Oh,
think.
did you?
Yeah, yeah. I was able to do well.
Yeah.
And it was really cool because it was the first time that anyone ever like paid me cash or
Right,
anything
right.
for a tournament. Like I got off the mat, and then right away Seth was like,
Yeah. Here you go.
and then he had just money in his hand, and
Right.
he clapped him, and he was like, "That's never happened to you before." And then he walked away. And I was like, "No, that hasn't."
yeah. He's like,
I was like,
such
"I
a
wish the
gangster.
federation did that."
Yeah, right? Oh, man. And you going to do another fight to win, you think?
I don't know, because I've been moving so much lately that I never know what state I'm going to be in.
Right. Well, hell,
but
fight to win's getting
maybe.
so big, man. They're flying black belts out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't
pretty
think
cool.
they'd fly me out.
Why not?
Because I'm still a scrub.
Oh, hell no. What are you talking about? You got more views than anyone on YouTube. What are you
Yeah,
talking
that's
about?
all that matters.
That matters to him.
Yeah.
That really matters.
That matters to a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure. Name recognition sells tickets. Yeah. Shit. That's why Skinny can't get any love, man.
I know.
It's terrible on social media.
I think.
He doesn't
people,
update.
And,
That's
and
what the
people told
problem
me
is.
too. I remember when I would win. You can see some pictures of my podium. I have no patches.
No patches.
Second and third place are just like a walking billboard. Yeah. What the hell? I was like, how do you guys get paid for this, man?
Right. Oh, man. I like in your father's office, all those old medals,
old
your
ones.
old medals. They're so cool.
I didn't show you. Yeah.
What?
that's
You didn't
so
show her?
sweet.
No. We made really good sales, and my dad and my uncle were like, "Yo, don't bring that girl up here."
So in his father's office, he's got these like awesome, like those are all your medals from
They're all purple belt medals.
yeah,
you serious?
they're
Purple belt,
vintage
purple
medals
belt and brown belt medals.
from
Mainly purple
Worlds,
belt. Yeah,
Pans, everything, right?
everything Brazil. I
That's
did
incredible.
everything that year.
Really
I have
neat.
more at my mom's. I didn't hang them up though. Yeah, man. I'll eventually hang them up. You know, I don't like to look back on stuff because I get really sad now that I flip tacos for a living.
Yeah, very good tacos.
Goddamn grown up now.
Did you eat the food over there?
I did. I had the tacos.
Did you? What did he give you? So I asked him. I said, you know,
She had something else. Ask her what she had.
what else did you have?
Lingua.
Tongue tacos.
Tongue tacos.
My uncle
Wow.
made her tongue tacos.
Nice.
They were so good.
Were they? He gave me two different meats. He goes, I'm going to give you the good meat.
The bullshit meat and the real
And then
meat.
I'm like, all right. I'm like, can't you just give me the good meat? I don't need to like have the. But they were both very good. But yeah, the one with the better meat was a lot tastier.
Yeah.
You know. So it's all good. It was good. It was good food. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. You know, I enjoyed your services too.
Thanks.
You know, you're welcome. Hopefully I get to see you again.
Of course. Well, we got to set up that bar now.
Yeah, man. I want to set up that bar. You're gonna be there.
I'll be there for
putting
that.
up some more systems.
Yeah. I had to run wire throughout that whole restaurant.
Did you really?
It was crazy.
I saw the cameras though. Everything looks
I didn't
great.
I didn't do the camera
Oh,
wire.
you did the
I did
computers, right? The
computer wire.
screens?
Yeah.
He did a better job than my electrician.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
We were there early, and I'm like, he goes, "You were running wire?" I'm like, "Dude, I haven't run wire in so many years. Usually the electrician runs it." So we're like opening up all the ceiling tiles, throwing the wire to each other. I bought too much wire, but
Yeah.
whatever, it worked out.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, the day after you went there,
Yeah.
some kid walked in and he was like, "Hey, do you have a whole bunch of boxes? I'm parting out a car. I was wondering if you have any boxes left." I was like, "Dude, we have boxes."
Yeah.
I was like, I showed him all the boxes we had left. He's like, "Oh, perfect." He took all the boxes.
Did he really?
So we definitely recycled those boxes for something else.
Oh,
Nice.
You know,
Did you install that battery backup?
not yet.
You gotta do that. You gotta do that.
I'll go do it tonight.
Yeah.
Well, Sunday's not.
Sunday,
that busy.
yeah. Sunday you can do it tonight. Call me though.
I will.
This way I'll exit the program. and
Sounds good.
You can do that thing.
I will.
Yeah. I don't want the power going out again.
Me neither.
It sucks.
My dad will have a heart attack.
Power goes out. He's like, "Hey man, computers are not working." I'm like, "What's going on?" And then he realized that the power went out in half the restaurant.
Then I called my electrician.
Yeah.
And his response was, "Oh, okay. Hey, this guy knows too."
Yes.
Dude, he's like, have you ever seen Kevin Hart? Kevin Hart, how he impersonates like his uncles, his older uncles? He's like,
That's how it
okay,
is.
yeah, all right, okay, I got it, all right, yeah. And he went, and he fixed it up.
The guy from Friday. That's exactly what he reminded me of. Right? That guy?
Yes,
That's
he's
exactly who he
like
is.
that.
It was funny. He was eating dinner. He's like, "Yeah, I'm the guy who did the wire." I'm like, "Okay, great, thanks." Seemed like a nice fella.
Yeah, he is. He's a longtime customer and helps out my dad.
Yeah.
Charges my dad like 2 beers. He like runs wires, puts me on all the time. My dad's like, "How much?" He's like, "Just give me 2 beers."
That's it.
That's it. So it works out.
Cool. Yeah. Oh man, so you're going to Brazil in July
Yeah.
around our birthday.
Around our birthday.
Will you
Yeah.
be thinking about me when you're in Brazil?
Oh, for
It's
sure.
like, oh, remember that podcast I did with that guy?
I'll think his
Yeah.
passport expired. That silly man.
Silly.
Never went
What
with
a
you.
fool.
Yeah.
Damn it. And then you're getting on a plane. Now, yesterday you did a seminar in Naperville.
Yeah.
How did that go?
It was incredible.
Yeah.
So many people showed up. There was like maybe, I want to say there was like 15 girls. There was tons of guys there. I know that we sold out, so I think there was about like 60 people there.
Wow. Did you roll with everyone?
I tried to, but they stopped us early.
Did they?
I
But
was
you
a
did
little-
roll.
I did roll, yes. I always
Good.
try to.
It's good.
That's my favorite thing.
My pet peeve is when you go to a seminar, you
Right.
spend $60 and you don't get to roll with the guy or the
No.
girl.
Yeah,
Oh, it's so
I hate
annoying.
that. I don't do that. I try to roll with as many people as I can, or
Yeah.
at least everyone who asked me to roll.
Right.
Or like if somebody shyly looks at me,
Yeah.
then I'll be like, "You want to go, so we'll roll."
Yeah.
And I always try to get the kids too.
Nice.
You know,
Oh, there was kids there?
There was some kid. There was teenagers.
Okay, yeah.
Teenagers there, because I know what it's like to sit at a seminar and try to be patient when you're just thinking about wanting to watch TV. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like being a
Yeah, yeah,
teenager,
exactly.
like it's hard to pay attention for that long, and to
Yeah.
think that they spent their Saturday morning there. I'm like, we're definitely gonna roll.
How long was the seminar?
The seminar was I think 10:30 to 1:30.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it was a long one.
Wow.
I
that's
tried to
long.
give them like my best techniques. I always try to do that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you do like a warm up first and then?
No, I
you
hate
just go right into
warming up.
technique?
Yeah.
You hate warming up?
I hate it. I do like a survey before. I was like, is there anyone who's really passionate about warm ups? And then whoever says yes, I'm like, you can leave. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no warm ups. No warm ups.
You go right into technique. So that's a lot of technique.
It's a lot of technique, but I feel like you warm up during the technique.
Of course
no?
you do. Yeah, yeah.
And I'm really bad at running. So I don't want to do that. And then I'll get too tired too quickly. That'll
Yeah.
be embarrassing. They'll be like, she's going to teach us for the next 2 hours. She can't even
was
run.
Was he your dummy?
No, I wanted him to be, but he worked so late last night. He
dead.
slept. Yeah, but he actually walked in as soon as we started rolling.
Oh,
so
perfect timing.
Yeah. People were like, whoa, who's this guy?
Yeah, that's right.
He was about to take,
Don't tread on me.
don't. He was like, put respect on my name.
Yeah,
What?
right.
Some respect on my name. Some little ass kid walks in.
So how do people how did you get Naperville? How did they hear about you? How did they book you?
I think, honestly, it was.
Dudes
a
are
YouTube-
thirsty, okay? Dudes are thirsty. I'm just kidding.
I think it was that video.
Really?
Genuinely, yeah. I think one of the guys saw the video and were just like, yeah, we should have you out here to teach. And they were so nice, so welcoming, accommodating. It was honestly the best seminar experience that I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
You do a lot of seminars? You travel a lot?
I try to. I just did one in actually Guatemala City last month. And then a couple months before that, I was in South Korea again. And I did another seminar there. So I like to teach seminars. And again, I love to roll with as many people as I can. So especially when I go to a different country.
Yeah.
That's the best for me, is having those seminars, because then I know that people want to roll with me. And then I'm like, okay, perfect. I can train with all of you guys.
Right.
So,
Man,
yeah.
that's pretty cool.
I like to teach.
Do you?
So, yeah.
It's interesting because I find it, me personally, it's like I like competing. I have yet to compete at Brown, but I like competing, but I really like teaching. And it's hard for me to get into a competitive mindset when I'm thinking about teaching.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to balance that yet. You know, it's like, I'm focusing on teaching and learning as much as I can so I can show the techniques properly and all the details. And so I'm like, I'm going to put competing off to the side a little bit, because I feel like for me, I've got to focus on one or the other. It's hard to do both. I feel like I'm not giving 100% to either or.
Yeah.
But you're able to.
Well, I try to think about it like proactively.
Okay.
So when any move that I show at my seminars, I want to make sure that they're moves that if they like Googled me or looked me up on YouTube, they could be like, oh my God, she just did that at the New York Open or things like that. So that helps me, because when I go into a match, I go, okay, this is the technique that I'm going to try to do today.
Yeah.
And even if I don't win the match, at least it's like a highlight position.
Sure.
You know what I mean? A highlight move.
Yeah. Have you found, so through my jiu-jitsu journey, I do things, you know, my guard is, I do a lot of butterfly guard. Is he Corona?
Bless you.
Does he have Corona, or what's going on?
Oh my
here?
God. When we were driving here, he was like, what are the symptoms? I was like,
Oh my God,
skin, I think
skinny.
you're fine. I don't.
Bro,
Dude, I already told you.
you giving me Corona right now?
Dude, I don't know. I already told you, but I already said it. It's by the college. There's a lot of an Asian community from China. They're not Mandarin. They told me, Kevin, my Asian friend, told me they're not Mandarin. They're Cantonese. I don't know if the Corona's over there. Wuhan, China. So, only God knows.
Well, we'll all know we're all sick.
I know, right?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Could give me a heads up. Could just could be like, yo, man, I don't think we're gonna make it to the studio.
No,
because I might have Corona.
You worked really hard to set this up.
Oh, thanks.
So we drove back yesterday to make it here.
Well, I appreciate
We
it.
could have stayed up there.
Could have.
Could have.
I know we just came really late because we passed out. But
But let's get back. What were we just talking about? Oh man. Oh, competing and.
yeah,
Oh, I was
Teaching
getting at,
and competing.
Oh, teaching. So my jiu-jitsu game is evolved into, I use a lot of butterfly.
Okay.
So my guard is I use a lot of hooks.
have you trained with Formiga yet?
I have not.
That would be a
gosh,
great
you'll love it.
experience for you.
Really?
It's
That's all he
crazy.
does.
That's all he does?
Yeah.
So people, recently, one of my teammates was like, hey, because he saw me rolling with a younger blue belt, but this blue belt comes from a wrestling background. And I was able to kind of just control him and actually sweep him and do stuff to him that he was unable to do. He's like, wow, I was watching you roll with that kid, and how do you use your hooks in that way?
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's like, do you do privates? He asked me. I said, I go, I don't know. I don't know if I can teach you how I do those hooks. So he made me think. I'm like, I don't really have a system for what I do.
Right.
I just kind of like
It's
start
natural.
do it. Yeah, it's natural. It's just
Intuitive.
something I've been doing since white belt, I guess, where I just utilize this, and that's how I've been formulating my game.
Yeah.
So I don't really know, and I think it's my own evolution of like getting to the next level where I can create like, okay, if I'm using these hooks, how am I using them? Do I have to pay attention more to like what I'm doing? Here's Maneko. Don't put your knees together. He says like constantly, stop putting your knees together. I'm gonna get, and I know not to do that, but sometimes I do it to do other things to sweep them. I put my knees together because I know what their reaction is going to be, and it allows me to sweep them. So I do it sometimes consciously for that reason.
Yeah.
So how do you utilize like your jiu-jitsu? Have you come up with like movements and things and patterns and
Oh, for sure.
That now you teach because you utilize them in competitions?
For sure. But because when I first got my purple belt,
Yeah.
I was really reluctant to teach, but the gym that I was training at really wanted me to do like a women's class
Okay.
every week. And I was like, how am I going to teach these girls anything?
Right.
You know what I mean? No one's ever asked me to do that. But then I started trying to like really sit down and break down my game. The majority of the stuff that I do is just triangle, armbar, omoplata, and everything's kind of built off of that, like branches. So for me, thinking about it like that, it really helped me like form like a plan of how I can teach other people. I always try to do it so that the techniques are linked together
Sure.
in any position, even if it's like a pass, you know what I mean? I try to make sure that I finish it with a submission, just so they have like three different positions that they could use if they want to.
Yeah. A pass, a sweep, and a submit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It all has to be linked together. And there's, for the triangle armbar omoplata, I mean, I think everyone does that like warm-up technique when they first start out just to
Yeah.
learn. So it's easy to build off of that. So whenever I start a seminar, if I do a warm-up, it'll normally be that just rotation.
Yeah.
And then we build off of it.
Right. Getting people to move their hips is so
Oh, it
difficult.
kills me.
So hard.
I don't know how to explain it.
I know.
But it ruins the whole position.
Yeah.
If they don't scoot their butt out when they're like finishing a triangle or anything.
That's the hardest thing I have teaching. It's like escape your hip. They're just like looking at me like like a deer in headlights. I'm like, okay, so I have to grab them by their pant, by
then
their hip,
move
and I
their
move
butt
them.
up, right?
Yeah, I move their. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this is what I mean. Move this way, and they're like, oh, and then they can't physically still do it. Like they don't know how to use their legs to do that.
No.
I'm like, this is why shrimping or snaking. This is why this is the most important.
Right. Well, have you ever taught kids before?
I just did the other day.
Oh,
First
dude, they'll
time.
drive you mad.
They're sneaky. So I volunteered my time because Andre was going out of town and he needed someone to cover the Thursday kids class. I said, Andre, I can be here at 5 to do that. He goes, okay, great. So I get there at like 4:30 and the kids start coming in and the kids are like, they're just like, I'm thinking like adult classes. The
Yeah.
adults go, they change, they come on the mat. Kids don't do that.
No.
Kids come in, they're petting the dog.
They need to play
they're-
a game.
They're
Someone needs to have a
talking.
ball.
No one's changing. I'm just standing there like, okay, it's 5:05. They're still not changed yet. I'm like, okay, guys, why don't you go change? I said that once. No, they're in the back playing around. I'm like, what is going on here? I'm like, wait a second. I got to wrangle these kids. I got to like put my
Yeah.
foot down. I'm like, okay. So, okay, you go change. You this. Let's get on the mat. Then one kid forgets his belt. Then two of them walk off the mat to go get another belt. They're in the.
What are the
bin.
parents doing?
What's that?
What are the
They're
parents
gone.
doing?
They
there.
just drop them off.
They just drop them off?
Yeah, they weren't
drop
there
off
yet.
those kids?
Right. So I'm
What?
like, where are the? I'm like, okay, let's line up. And then two of the kids are missing. I'm like, okay, where are the kids at? Well, they're going to get a belt. They've been gone. It's like 5:15 now. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, and I'm just watching those cameras. too.
Yeah, right. So I go out there. I go, what are you guys doing? They're like, we're trying to get a belt. I'm like, you don't get a brand new. They're in the brand new belt area. Like, I'm like, dude, put that away. So I went in the back and I grabbed the belt. I'm like, here's your belt. Let's go. And then I started showing technique. And one of the little girls, oh my God, this girl, she is the most adorable little thing I've ever
Yeah.
seen. So she's like staring intently at me. And I look, I'm like, why is this little girl staring at me? Like, she's like so focused in on me. I'm like, it made me a little uncomfortable. I'm like, I don't know what she's staring at. There's something on my face. So I'm like showing the technique and she's just like staring at me, like not paying attention to my arms or anything, just looking at my face, talking. I'm like, all right. So I'm showing the technique. I'm like, okay, guys, let's do like, 5 reps each. And I'm like, okay, you 3 work. And then the little girl, can I work with that person? I'm like, okay, you work with everyone you want. She's so adorable. So she goes and works. And everyone's doing their technique. And then I do situational sparring.
Yeah.
So the situation was, pass or sweep, or don't get swept. So they're doing it and they're working. And I worked in because we were odd. So I'm working in with each of them. So we did a few rounds of those. And then I'm like, okay, we're going to do some regular sparring. And the little girl goes, I want to spar with you first. She calls me out. Like right away. Like wasn't like, I want you.
She's probably like, yo, it's an instructor our size.
Yeah, right? So she calls me out. And I'm like, I don't know if I should be nervous or what's going on here. So she was really good. I mean, she was, a little gray belt. And she, took my back. She got rear naked choke on me. And it's like, I'm tapping. I'm like, oh man, she was really. I was impressed by her, and then I got to roll with a bunch of other kids who all did very well. You know, so I was pretty impressed overall.
She
But
got into your head first.
She did get in my head. She was definitely like, yo, it's on. I'm like, okay. I don't know what's going on here. But yeah, you have to really be on them.
Yeah, yeah. And, oh gosh, I love it when they don't know how to tie their belt or when their gi's too long for them. And I'm just like, where's your mother? Like, you gotta roll these sleeves up. Like, you can't, they're tripping over their belt.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, but they wanted to play tag afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
So I let them play tag.
That's good.
So it's a fun little game for them. I wanted to join in, but they didn't invite me. So I was like, I'll just
Oh, they
leave.
didn't?
No, they didn't. They were like, you play with it.
They just wanted to beat you up. And then they're like, please leave.
Get the fuck out.
What were the other options? Was
What?
it capture the flag or like
I don't know.
dodgeball?
They just said they wanted to play tag. So I don't know. They didn't.
I feel like tag's the most basic. I don't think kids play dodgeball anymore, right?
We do. When
they?
I would teach, I always play dodgeball. Beat the crap out of
What'd
each
you throw
other.
at them?
You
Medicine
know
balls?
those big old like those balls that you sit on?
Oh, yeah.
What are those called? Yeah.
Those big ones? Those like
Dude.
yoga balls?
Kids were being knocked over.
Like,
Kids were being
Three
knocked
at a
over.
time.
Yeah. Kids were being.
So
we
funny.
would do capture the flag, capture the belt. You know,
Capture the belt?
Put one belt on each side, and then we put teams in.
That's
I was
fun.
really competitive with those kids too.
Capture the belt. That's
Capture
a
the
good
belt
one.
was a good one.
Yeah, right? I gotta take notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the worst thing you've encountered teaching kids?
Oh, I only did that one
Only
day.
once? Oh
So
my
that was-
God, dude.
That was.
What
I've
about
seen
you?
Mineko. I've seen Mineko teach, and I mean
With kids?
With kids, and one of those kids talked back to Mineko. I was like, "What?"
He's like, oh.
I'm like, "What is wrong with that kid?" So that's so crazy. I don't know if I could deal with that. I don't know if a kid like would. I don't know what I would do. I'd be just like, "You just gotta get off the mat." Like if they're that disrespectful, I'd say, "You gotta go.
Yeah.
Just leave."
My Neko has a lot of experience with kids at Torres. He had he easily had over 100 kids, but so he would have to divide the class up.
Yeah.
Because he had so many kids, he would have like 60, 70 kids per class.
Yeah.
And then I remember one time he complained that some kid pooped on the mat. What? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No.
Some kid pooped on the mat, and then just he stepped on it.
No.
And he just skidded it.
No.
So the mat had a whole bunch of skid marks.
Oh God.
And then a week later, I was a blue belt at the time. A week later, I was helping out with the kids class at Pedro Villanas. Rest in peace, first coach. And some kid pooped on the mat. And I was like, what the heck? I was like, is it the same kid? Some kid keeps dumping on the mat.
Oh, that's so sad for that kid. Couldn't control himself. Oh.
Did he poop his pants or did he poop on the mat? Like strategic.
So
Oh yeah, that's a strategic.
So I wasn't there. I wasn't there at
Marking his
He
territory.
was trying to get
word on
in
the
Andre's
streets-
head.
Word on the streets was somebody at Miguel's checked each kid because they were so fed up. Somebody kept dumping on the mat. They checked each kid's pants, and they couldn't find who could take a dump in the mat.
So someone did it then.
Somebody
It
took
could have been
a
an
turd,
adult.
or they could probably I don't know. They probably put a turd in in a bag and just left it there. Just stepped on it.
Oh, kids are mean. Kids in the locker room
He's
are
going to go
mean.
back as an adult.
Kids talk a lot of shit to each other in the locker room. I let it go. I'm just like, I don't even know what to say. Like they're just talking shit to each other. I'm like, you guys are crazy. Oh, yeah. Forget that. I was driving the other day, and I was passing a high school, and I saw these kids were crossing. Crossing guards crossing kids, and this one kid had his pants super low, almost half walking off his ass.
Pants on the ground.
Yeah, pants on the ground.
Yeah.
Right? And then I see him reach in his pants and pull out a full beer.
What?
I swear to God, I was driving. I'm like, did that kid just pull out a full beer? It was stuffed in his fucking pants.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, that is.
Around how old was he?
He was in high school.
Oh, that's not a kid, man. Come
That's
on.
That's I
still a
never
kid.
drank in high school.
You don't
A
drink.
full beer.
You don't
in
drink
his
now.
pants. His pants were past his ass. I'm like, how uncomfortable was that beer in your pants?
I don't know.
And wouldn't it be really warm?
Yeah.
Ugh. Who would drink that?
Yeah.
So
I
strange.
think when you're younger, though, just the fact that you're drinking,
Yeah, it's cool, right?
it's cool.
Yeah.
I
Look at me.
remember we back in the days. Woo! Back in the good old days, me and my boys. We stole a tequila bottle, and we stuffed it in our jackets. and we were drinking shots of hot tequila in the summertime, and we thought we were the coolest people in the world. Hot tequila.
Ugh.
Yeah. We got caught like a week later. Yeah. Got grounded.
But don't you think that people smell it on you?
What?
'Cause tequila's got that's a
Yeah. That's probably how you got caught. Or somebody said something. I don't know. We got caught though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shots of hot tequila.
Jess, you a big drinker?
No.
No.
No, I don't drink.
Yeah, neither do I. Must be our birthdays.
Right?
July 26th.
It's that mindset.
Isn't there? I thought there's another. Who's that girl married to? Oh no, it was the girl from Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah.
She also has our birthday.
I think Sandra Bullock does too.
Really?
Ooh.
Damn.
I know.
We're all hooked
Nice.
up over here.
Right?
Damn.
July
Yeah,
Leos,
that's
man.
the month. September. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
don't know about September.
September. Who's famous? I think who's born on my birthday? I don't know. I think Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay. Oh, for sure. I think so
Kidding.
too.
I don't even know.
That would explain a lot.
Oh man, Macaulay Culkin.
Oh gosh.
So what time is your flight?
My flight, oh gosh, I think it's like 6:40.
Out of O'Hare?
Yeah. But I'm one of those people like, I like to be at the airport.
What are you guys doing the rest of the day?
We're gonna eat some food at my madre's house. If
You're
she's
not-
making food.
You're not going to go to... Oh, Freddy's is closed today.
Yeah, I wasn't telling you yet, but Freddy's.
Damn.
Remember we said Freddy's is closed today.
Yeah, Sundays.
It's
I took him to Freddy's Pizza. Freddy's Pizza is like an amazing...
Forget about it.
Forget it. It's amazing out here. It's really, really good.
Yeah, it's
And I
really
took him for the first time when he was out here. It was good, right?
They
You
got
loved-
pasta, they got pizza, they got gelato with all the fixins.
Oh, yeah. They hooked us up when we
They
went,
hooked
right?
us up. They hooked you up, and I just ate.
They're like, try this, try that, try this.
Talk
Yeah.
about all the fixins.
You would never know it. It was like it's like this little old mom pa like looks like a when you walk in like your
I thought
little
it was
grocery
I thought it
store.
was a liquor store.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like a liquor
Like
store.
they just have like groceries and then they have these
Yeah.
fresh pizzas and homemade gelato and homemade Italian ice and
That's
it's
charming.
just the best. And they're great people too. Cash only though.
Cash only,
Cash
man.
only.
Cash only.
Cash only.
Oh,
That's
old
it.
school.
Old school kind of place.
So old school. They don't even have a cash. They don't have a money mover in the place.
Really?
They're like, go down the block.
Oh.
No cash. You can walk a block away. Go down there and get it.
But people do it.
Earn your pizza.
Exactly right. Oh man, yeah. I had them the other day.
I have to ask you, dude. I've been looking at that board for a
Yeah.
while. Who's Tom TP Grant? And does TP mean toilet paper? Tom Toilet Paper Grant.
That's a funny thing because we've had Tom Grant on a few times, and
Okay.
he knows that's like the worst signature ever. It's like, I tell him like that is like, and he's like, can I redo it? I'm like, no, just leave it.
Wait, he just wrote his name.
He just that's just
Tom TP Grant.
He didn't even write it in cursive.
no, he didn't. He just like it's horrible. It doesn't match anything else either.
You got a lot of good studs there, though, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
see Wilcox is there.
Wilcox is there.
Oh.
Wagner
He's the
Mota.
best.
Nathan Orchard.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, man.
that's a lot of guys.
Hobson Mora.
Hobson.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of Carlson Gracie Jr.
Wow.
Yeah,
How was that?
that was
Who wrote
amazing.
Who wrote hashtag fuck bitches get money?
Seth.
Oh,
Seth Danners did that. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Perry Phillips is on there. Yeah. No, Carlson Gracie was amazing.
Oh, somebody wrote in Korean.
Yeah.
Where?
Right up here.
Oh yeah.
Kim Som Che. Kim Som Che.
Wow. Very good.
Thank you. Thank you. I minored in
Did you?
languages
Nice.
in college.
So you speak Portuguese as well?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you have going to Brazil as
yeah.
much as you
I learned over time.
Did you?
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah. That's good. Don't break Javi's mic. we got another podcast later this afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
so be careful. Don't break it.
Yeah,
You
don't break
should,
it.
you should call him up right now so like we can have a rap battle. Jiu-jitsu versus jiu-jitsu rap battle.
Oh man. Yeah. Man, so what's up, Jess? What's next for you? Besides pans.
Pans is next for me. I'm not really sure.
That's it?
No, I don't.
No
yeah.
more seminars coming up?
No, not planned. I haven't done a seminar in the U.S. in a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So
this was the first one
one.
that I was just like, this seems like a great opportunity.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Just
Well, how do people even hear? Like, they just DM you?
yeah. I don't like advertise anything. I don't do privates.
You don't have you have no website or anything like that?
No. I don't do any of that.
Just slide the DMs. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Slide the DMs. Just
yeah.
gotta slide in the
That's all it
DMs.
takes.
That's all it takes.
That's all
Slide
it
the
takes.
DMs, right? You know?
That's it. That's
it's,
good.
it's, all
No-
about, it's all about your approach.
I guess so.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right?
It's all about your approach. You know?
How good is your grammar?
I guess so. Oh, man. You're going to have to get like a manager and stuff like that pretty soon.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think so.
All those YouTube views.
Isn't that rad?
That's so cool.
Oh my god!
Can't imagine.
I sometimes I go into gyms and people are like, "Oh my god, I saw that video of you," and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, "Oh, hey, I'm not used to that."
No. I mean, we don't have as many views as you do on your YouTube, but even for people when they say, "Hey, I know Grappler Union podcast," I'm like, "Really?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, cool."
It's
then
a
we
cool
see
feeling.
all the countries we're in. We're like, I'm like, it's
I know.
weird.
I get messages in like Korean, in
Yeah.
Portuguese, and it's in Russian.
Yeah.
That I don't really know what they say, but I'm sure they're sweet. Hopefully.
Hopefully, it's like, I want to make you my bride. Come to Russia.
I'm like, block. Some guy messaged me. He DM'd me and he goes, "I want to paint you."
Paint you.
Yeah, and I was like, block. I was even if you're an amazing artist.
Right. It's a little creepy.
His grammar was bad though too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What was it,
So-
like me you want to paint?
Yeah, I was
shoe.
very.
Oh, you gotta be
was
careful
like-
because then you might be the canvas. That's the problem.
I know. I was like, this isn't Titanic.
Right.
All right. Step back, sir.
Oh man. So you're not gonna go to Cilantro? Did you go there?
Yeah, I'm gonna call my mom right now to see if she made food. If she didn't make food, we're going to Cilantro.
Okay.
It's one of his places that he installed computers.
Really?
You know.
They're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
it's
hungry.
something good.
I didn't have breakfast.
Yeah. I don't eat till around this
Dude,
time.
Zito doesn't eat.
I don't
Zito
eat
doesn't
yet.
Do you do like the fasting?
I do.
How is that?
It's fantastic.
And he's strong.
He is strong.
Weird.
Yeah.
How do you not eat?
I don't know.
Do you
It's
get?
weird.
I don't know. I can't imagine.
I just do jujitsu.
What are your dumps like?
They're great.
Really?
Fantastic.
Wow. For
Yeah,
just
they-
eat one day?
I eat twice a day. I eat acai for lunch, and with a little almond butter and granola.
Dude,
And then at night, I eat whatever I want.
that's crazy.
I eat a sushi, steak, or
Hey,
pasta.
you got to come back next year. Is it next year your house going to be built?
Yeah, it's gonna be done.
So I designed it. It's Batman type of garage in his house.
Oh.
Okay.
I could tell that you designed
I
it then
designed
if
it.
it's Batman.
Batman.
That's all he talks about.
You're a
He'll-
Batman freak? Do you, are you
yeah.
really?
Yeah,
he
Like
didn't
old
talk-
Batman, or
I love all Batmans besides Ben Affleck. And I heard
Ben
that
Affleck was terrible.
dude.
right?
And she told me that Robert Pattinson's gonna be the new Batman.
Oh no!
That's horrible.
Yeah.
What?
Twilight
The
ass
guy from
Batman.
Twilight?
Yes.
No.
They messing
Yeah.
up, dude. Because they have a super good Joker now.
Yes.
So you think I don't want Christian Bale to be Batman?
Why
again.
would they do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, Ben Affleck was a weird Batman.
It's horrible. Batman. Not horrible.
I
It
love
was just
Ben
didn't
Affleck.
fit. We had such a good Batman. We had a good Batman.
What happened to him?
I don't know. I don't
He doesn't want to do it anymore.
Maybe not. He
The only
was
thing
so
that
good
gets
at it.
weird about the Batman
Mm-hmm.
is when they talk and like when he whispers.
That's my favorite thing.
Do you?
I love the change in voices. I'm like, that's acting. If they talk normal, I'm like, you're a horrible actor.
But no
if
one
they
knows-
can change
no one
their
knows who
voice,
it
I'm like,
is.
yes.
Oh man, they're not that
Just gonna
smart.
talk like this.
Yeah.
Whisper. It just seems so weird. It's kind of like Clark Kent and Superman. It's
Yeah,
like
sure.
Glasses. No one knows who the guy
Who
is.
the hell is this guy? It's you? Oh my god!
Batman just changes his voice.
I know, right?
Come on, man. But like the old Batman, like back in like the
Which one was your favorite
60s,
Batman?
70s. Like I grew up with that Batman.
Yeah.
You know, with Batman and Robin. And
Yeah.
The pow and the screen.
Yeah.
That was classic.
Those are good.
Man, so good. That old Joker. I feel like Mr. Freeze and Joker and
Arnold
Penguin.
Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Jim
But even
Carrey
before
as the
that,
Riddler too.
Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
That was good.
Val Kilmer was a good Batman.
Matt Kilmer was a good Batman.
He was good.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
One time he called me for like an hour and he was reading Internet Movie Database and he was just like, these are all the awards that Batman did. And he literally like an hour and 15 minutes. He just went through every award and then he hung up.
Baby, it's good. Good stuff.
So I don't know enough about that.
Does he ever want you to like, wear the cat suit for like Halloween?
No,
No.
never.
We
He doesn't-
never had Halloween together.
we never had a Halloween. No.
Really?
No.
Thought that'd be like one of his like fantasies. Like,
I'm always
Like
working.
Catwoman?
Usually
Yeah.
Halloween.
Catwoman.
We're really busy in the restaurant. Madison's big on Halloween.
Is
It's
it?
huge.
Is it
yeah,
really?
They have called something Freak Fest, I think it's called.
Oh.
It's
Freak
like
Fest?
Do they
this-
dress up?
It's a bunch of freaks.
Oh.
Yeah. Every year we get slam packed. A
Really?
bunch of weirdos go to the restaurant. Dude. And people leave some stuff in the bathroom. I'm telling you.
oh yeah.
Yeah. We recovered a couple thongs this year. Yeah, recovered a couple thongs. And
Oh my God.
I remember I told the guy that cleans at nighttime to put it in the cook's locker rooms.
Oh, that's so bad.
We just mess around the whole time.
This is terrible advertising for your restaurant. You know that, right? They're going to be like, there's a
No,
bunch
they're
of
just they're gonna
underwears in
know.
the
Yeah.
bathroom.
Freak
show. It's a freak show.
If you're uncomfortable, just
All year round.
All year. It's
leave your thong in the bathroom. It's cool.
oh man. Yeah. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of Halloween. It's okay.
I love it.
I like the movies.
the movies. Yeah.
I like the movies.
There hasn't been a really good scary movie though in a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like the only movie that freaks me
just-
out this day is The Exorcist, the original.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, have you seen The
Par-
Staircase?
Okay.
I don't think
They
so.
have it in DC, The Staircase. I think that she falls through and then tumbles down.
No, what is it? It's
Yeah,
a movie
this-
call The Staircase.
No,
it's from
in The
Exorcist.
Exorcist.
Oh, in The Exorcist. Oh
Yeah.
no, I haven't seen
Have you
it.
been to DC
I've never
yet?
been to DC. No.
You should just go.
Just go, right?
Yeah. You'll start
They have a tour
by
of like
going to a different state and
Yeah,
then you guys can go out of the country.
yeah.
Dude, The Witch was pretty scary, I thought.
The Witch.
Did you watch The Witch?
I don't know.
The Witch was scary.
What's that movie that we saw?
Which one?
Get Out.
Get Out. Well, that's not scary. That's
Oh, but I
That's
like that. I
suspense.
like that
Suspense.
new kind
you-
of genre.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you know, so
I just recently
Did
saw.
you ever watch Paranormal Activity at the theater when it first came out?
I don't think I saw it at the theater.
Oh, dude, yeah. If you didn't watch it at the theater, it's not scary. But at the theater when it first came out,
It's freaky, right?
You know, I took Bernie. I remember one time.
Yeah.
dude, Bernie.
Who's freaked out?
Dude, Bernie told me before because we would have movie nights with the guys.
Yeah.
You know, because we were blue belts and we didn't drink at that time because we were trying to be world champions at blue belts at IBJJF. So every Friday night we have guys movie nights.
Okay.
We go to the theater each week. Me, Rob, or Bernie pick the movie.
Okay.
They hate scary movies. I do too, but I get scared a lot, but I like to watch them.
Okay.
So it was my week. Paranormal Activity came out. I took big old Burns. Big Burns, buff, bald.
Yeah.
Dude, he was watching the movie with his like hands covering his eyes, and he's like, "Oh my god."
That's so funny.
yeah.
Oh, poor
Yeah,
Bernie.
but that was a scary movie for me at the theater. I tried to watch it years later
Yeah.
at home.
Didn't hold up.
No.
No. Yeah.
So
You know what's a weird? So I just saw a movie that was really good called Knives Out.
I heard it's good.
Very good
really,
movie.
Dude, that
I
chick
saw
is-
the trailer for it, but I thought I
It's
don't
with
know.
that,
Maybe
it's,
they
it's
just
with that
put-
Cuban chick, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, dude, she fine.
Yeah, so Knives Out. It's really, really good. It's like, you ever see that movie Clue?
No, but is it
old.
like the board game, right?
Yeah, it's based off the board game.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
or the board game is based off the movie. One of the
One
two.
of the two, yeah.
Yeah. So it's similar to that. It's a really clever movie with a
Okay.
lot of good actors. So I recommend that. But you want to know a freaky movie on Netflix? It's called Tusk.
Oh my god, I watched Tusk.
Did you?
I'm a huge Kevin Smith fan.
Are you?
He was just in in DC. I went to his like live screening and
Yeah.
he was there. I'm obsessed with this man. But Tusk was like excruciating.
I couldn't.
to
what's
sit
that
through.
about?
It was, oh, dude.
I wanted to crawl out of my own
I
skin.
couldn't believe it.
What the hell's it about?
I don't even.
I don't
I,
know how
can't
to
even
explain it.
summarize it.
I don't know how to explain it.
Justin Long is in it, and God knows why he took that role.
I know. Oh my God. It is
What's it about?
A man,
a man who likes walruses,
yeah,
basically.
abducts another man, and then turns him into a walrus.
Wow.
And that walrus is Justin Long. And I don't know what benefits he got from his career.
I don't know
but
either, but it is unbelievable. It's so crazy.
Really?
Dude.
Is it like Human Centipede crazy?
It's almost
Yeah.
like that, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that's a horrible movie.
It's yeah.
It was.
It gets there.
It was I wish I could have not seen it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can't turn it off
No.
because you're just like,
What
why
happens?
am I watching this?
Yes.
Why is this happening? Who paid these people to make this? And if you know Kevin Smith, you're like Jane Silent Bob, Mallrats,
sure.
Clerks, and then
Beautiful.
you turn on Tusk and you're like,
What? No.
what am I?
Yeah.
Why would you do this to me?
Yes.
I trusted you.
I know, right? Like, I thought this was going to be great. It's great, but not in the way I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. There's going to be trauma in the future.
Yes, for sure.
My kids aren't going to go to the aquarium.
No.
No walruses. No stuffed walruses.
God. And that actor in it is so good.
Oh, yeah. The old man?
Yeah. He is like the perfect role.
Creepy.
Oh, man.
Was that one in Canada?
I think so.
That's why you haven't been there.
Yeah. And then Johnny Depp.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy? Like, he took that, like,
he was in that movie. He's
Yeah.
like, this is the role for me.
yes.
Out of
It's so
everything
bizarre.
I've done.
It's so bizarre that he's in it. I was just like, really?
And then I wondered, did he do it for free?
Right. I don't know.
Like, you gave your time
Yeah, for that.
to be a part of this motion picture that should have never been made. So,
Oh, it's so bad.
I
But
have a lot of feelings about that.
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, man. Man. I was asking Skinny if you were going to be able to roll today or show some technique.
Oh.
Did you bring a gi?
I didn't bring a gi.
Oh, damn.
It's all sweaty.
Oh, yeah. I only
Oh, it's
brought
all
one
sweaty.
with me, and I wore it
And we
yesterday.
left it at my mom's so she can watch it.
Oh, that's okay.
That's how
But
we do.
I don't know if anybody watched it. I think I'm just going to bring it on the plane.
You're disgusted.
I know I do that all the time. I feel so bad for the people who sit next to me because I put my carry-on underneath the seat, and there's always a dirty gi in there, like after a
Oh, really?
competition. And I'm just like, I'm sorry that I did this to you.
Yeah.
They're like, what is that smell?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think somebody in the aisle over
Right.
took off their shoes. I don't know.
Some kid threw up behind me or something.
It's definitely not a sweaty gi.
And I bring my dogs to the plane, and surprisingly, they never fart a lot.
Your
on the
dogs
plane.
are the fucking worst.
They don't
I
fart
don't
on the
understand
plane.
it.
That's weird. I'm happy that they don't fart on the plane that much.
He brought him here to the office, and they laid next to him. He was sitting next to my desk. They're laying right below me, and they were farting. I'm like, there's like a cloud around my desk. I'm like, Skinny, this is real?
just
Yeah,
fart.
they're just sleeping and farting
That's all they
constantly.
do. Just fart.
I'm like, holy shit!
But
How
on
is
the
this
plane, they don't
possible?
fart.
But that's how content they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They have a good lifestyle.
They're good,
They're
like,
like,
I don't care.
I don't got
No
a problem
shame
with
in my
this.
name.
Yeah. No shame.
That's it. Oh,
Man, on the plane they don't fart. I just thought of that for some reason.
but they go
fart
on.
everywhere.
They go in the aisle with you. Yeah.
Well, they're bosses too. They're so much bosses. They know where to go. They know what terminal. There's at O'Hare. I don't know if this guy works anymore. He was an Asian guy that would check the bags for United, and every time I'd walk in with him because I'd fly so much with my Frenchie. It's a big Frenchie. The guy would be like, "Oh, that's a big pug." I'm like, "No, son, this is a French bulldog. He's just bigger, you know." He's like, "Oh, that's a big pug." So for like 5-6 flights, every time I'd come in, and he'd just tell me, he's like, "Oh, there you go with your pug, a big pug." The last time I flew and I saw him, I finally stopped. I was like, "Sir, do you have a dog?" And he's like, "Yeah, me have dog. I have a pug, but you have big pug." I was like, "Oh, that's why you fell in love with my dog." It was a big pug.
Your impressions are incredible.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he does that all day too. Yeah, oh my God. All day long.
have a lot
All
of-
different impressions. He has various.
I have a lot of friends from everywhere.
Oh, it's so funny. I like when you do Brazilian. It's
I can't do a good Brazilian. I can do a good Andre. That's it.
No.
I told her
It's
when
too
she
good.
trained, the first time she trained at Andre's gym,
Yeah.
I was like, "Yo, okay, Andre's going to teach us a technique, and he's going to do this noise. Okay, do not laugh. Okay? Because he gets hyped up.
Yeah, he gets hyped
And he's
up.
like, oh,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And then we sparred that day. We just sparred. He didn't really teach much. And then she told me, she's like, he didn't do the noise. I'm like, he's going to do it. Just ask him to teach us something. So I forgot what we asked him. And then he started us teaching us like a footlock.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay, Skinny, you get this. You put the hook. You get that. You wrap the hand. You wrap the hand. Oh. And then as soon as he does the
She started laughing.
She goes, "Oh!" And then he's like, "Why are you laughing?"
I know, I felt so bad. I thought he had maybe known that was something that he.
Right.
She thought he did it on purpose.
Right,
But no,
right.
that's how he does. That's how he teaches.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my god.
That's so funny. All right, you guys ready to wrap this up?
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Bud.
I know.
Thank you so much for having us. Jessica,
Yeah.
thank you. It's your podcast.
Jess, where can people find you?
They can find me, I guess, on Instagram. I use Instagram a lot. I take a lot of random pictures, though, for
Okay.
Be Warned if they're huge jiu-jitsu fans. But you can follow me on there, and if I do a seminar, I always post about it.
Do you? And what's your Instagram handle?
I think it's just Jessi Swanson, JESSISWANSON.
SON. Sweet. Skinny, where can people find you?
Me at the restaurant La Hacienda, 515 South Park Street, Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's
Their
right.
food's
I'm
great.
retired.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure, Jess. I appreciate you coming and doing this. Skinny, always a pleasure.
Thank you, bud.
We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. For more information about Grappler Union Podcast, you could visit us at our website at grapplerunion.com. You can follow us on Instagram at Grappler Union. Please like us on Facebook. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes. And all of our episodes are available on our YouTube channel. Say what?
Be sure to subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to all that shit. You got to do another take, right?
Oh.